Happy science, everybody. This is Mrs. Cassell. We're going to go over a 5-step process for how to solve a problem. So on a page in your notebook, put our title, and we're going to trace your hand. I'm going to use Movie Magic to do that, so pause and trace your hand. What do you know? With magic, there is my hand that has been traced. So, as you can guess, we're going to have a rule for each of the fingers of your hand and your palm. I'm going to turn my notebook sideways to make that easier to do. And we're going to go ahead and write a rule for each of the fingers of your hand. So the first rule for solving any physics problem is to draw a picture. Every physics problem is a story problem. That means that you might need a labeled diagram. You might need to have a graph. You might need any sort of picture that might help you understand what that problem is actually telling you. This allows you to label things. It allows you to think through and imagine what your problem's about. It's an essential step. No matter how good you think you are, harder problems, you'll miss a detail. Draw a picture. Number 2, the second step here, is to list all of the known values, all of the unknown values, and the wants. Every problem, you want to find an answer. What is that answer? List out those values so that you can isolate what you need to do to find that answer that you want. Number 3. Even though it's confusing at first, list all equations. You may have a wide variety of equations that you need to use to solve a problem. I like to do this on the top of a page, so that way they're written in one place. Every time I discover I need a new equation, I add it to the top of my homework page. So that way, as I work my way through an assignment, bit by bit, I collect all the information that I need. Number 4. Remember, you can pause this video at any time that you need to review this information. Number 4. Solve symbolically first. That means do algebra without putting in the values you've been given in the problem. Rearranging your expression algebraically is an essential step. You can eliminate solutions accidentally by doing incorrect calculations or by substituting your values. Most mistakes are made because students put in numbers and then try to solve for x. And the reality is that they made a mistake in their initial substitution. So you rearrange your expressions. Once you've listed those equations, rearrange them first. Then you can substitute your values in. All right, and the last rule over here on our thumb, step number 5 here, is CYA. No, it doesn't stand for what you think it stands for. It stands for check your answer. Does your answer make sense if you substitute your value into one of those equations? Does it make sense? Make sure that what units you have are included. This is where you're going to check your units included. It's a really critical step. Okay. So, the 5 steps for solving a problem that are recommended to you are: draw a picture, step 1, list your knowns, your unknowns, and any of the things your problem wants you to find to solve that problem. List your equations, step 3. I like to do that on the top of the page. Step 4, solve symbolically first. And step 5, check your answer. In the middle of your palm here is the most central, critical, and important part to solving a problem, which is read and reread carefully. If you don't understand what the problem is asking you to do, you need to figure that out before any of these steps will help you solve that problem. All right? Happy problem solving, everybody!